Hi, my name is Spencer Berg, and today I'm going to be presenting on creating graphics for presentations. So, what am I talking about and what are my main points? So, showing an audience a process online is very important, is my first point. The second point that I want to make is using visual aids is ideal for presenting data. And we're going to get more into these points in a second. The bottom line is creating graphics for presentations can make us a more effective employee and can give us future success in our future careers. All right, so first point, the importance of demonstrations. So the first thing I want to talk about is demonstration is a leadership characteristic. So if you can teach an audience a process, you're being a leader, you're leading them. So we're going to talk about this acronym EDGE on the next slide. And this is a great way to help us memorize an efficient and effective way to teach. So why is this important to creating graphics for presentations? Well, with mediated communication and technology becoming so common, it often requires us to do presentations online. So to be able to best demonstrate things online, a great way to do that is creating graphics for your presentations. So let's talk about that acronym, the EDGE method. So EDGE stands for explain, demonstrate, guide, and enable. So as the leader, you're going to try to explain a process to your audience. And once you've done that, you've taught them the basics and you've broken it down, you're going to demonstrate it. How is this done? This is where it gets kind of tricky when you're trying to do things with technology. If you're trying to demonstrate something with a PowerPoint, your audience doesn't have hands-on. So being able to demonstrate graphics can really help you with that. And it can also streamline guiding the audience through the process. This is a super great way, through graphics to be able to enable an audience and be a leader online. So enabling an audience, if you've done these last three things, you will have enabled your audience to do a new thing and taught them a process. All right, so how to demonstrate online. I recommend using Snipping Tool. So this is a great way to help teach people online. What does it do? So this can capture specific things on your screen that you want to highlight. I'll show you an example in the next slide. So this can really help you with online processes and teaching those online processes because you're showing them specifically what you need them to see. This for sure works on the Windows 10 operating system. All right, so here's an example of a graphic that I've created with Snipping Tool. And here's how it's super helpful. So right here we're talking about how to get from Redwood campus to Jordan campus, Salt Lake Community College, right? And here's the written instructions. So, get on Bangerter Highway northbound from 90th South, and then turn right onto 47th from there. You have these written instructions. You're trying to explain a process to your audience. But how can you more effectively demonstrate this? With Snipping Tool, I've been able to create this graphic right here on the left. It may be hard to see on camera, but that is a way to demonstrate it because now they can visualize it. And they can see that route taken. That's just a snip from Google Maps. So it's a great way to demonstrate to an audience how it's done. Now let's talk about Snipping Tool in another context and some of the other things that it can do. So again, maybe hard to see on camera, this is a snip of the weather in Taylorsville, where the biggest Salt Lake Community campus is located. So what I want to highlight here is another feature of Snipping Tool, where you can annotate over the things that you've clipped on your screen. And what this allows you to do is use a graphic to really guide your audience's attention to something very specific on your screen. So again, it may be hard to see on camera, but I've circled Friday here. So if I'm trying to explain to my audience that, hey, it's going to snow on Friday most likely, then that can really direct their attention through annotation. All right, let's move on to my second point. So data is often presented, and this isn't the kind of data you generate on Facebook, but it's the stuff that you study in statistics. So if we're presenting data, as a visual learner, myself and as your audience will also be visual learners, things like charts and graphs are a great way to present statistics and data. So what do I mean? Charts and graphs, they can show you trends in data and also proportions between things. So let's think about how we can best do this. So I recommend using Google Sheets. So Sheets for Statistics project, I've used Google Sheets for my statistics class and it was super useful. It's free to use. And this spreadsheet format helps you to keep your data entries very organized, and then built in you can select many charts and graphs to best fit your needs. And this is super customizable and really easy to use. So we'll show you an example. As you can see here, we have a title, we have colors, everything is changeable, even the font and font size. So you can really deliver effective information to your audience. So let's talk about the benefits of a graphic like this, visualizing data. So in my opinion, a chart is a lot better than a table of data. If you're trying to explain this to your audience, you can visualize the proportions here. So it might be hard to read, but this is comparing the proportion of different colored Skittles, and this is exactly what I actually did in my statistics class. So now you can really see, well, there's a lot more purple than green than trying to read a small number on a chart. And this, it shows proportions, it shows trends, and it also is a lot more engaging way to deliver information to the audience. And that about wraps things up for this presentation. Here's the citations, the Boy Scouts of America handbook, and our class text. Thank you. If you want to show yourselves on the camera, I have my audience here. All right, thanks for watching.